Hey, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Um, I have to apologise for not um, posting any videos for the last few weeks. I was intending to, but what happened was that the week after my last video, my eyes really swollen. I think it was the stress that was coming out, basically, of everything that had happened. So my eyes were really swollen. I looked like I'd been beaten up. So it was, first of all, it was, can't remember which one eye, and then I think it was this eye first that was really swollen. I thought it was infected, so I took some oregano oil, which is an antibiotic, and I think I did a video where it was just starting, really. It got a lot worse than that, and then that went down, but then the other one came up while I was taking the oregano oil. So I researched it a bit and read up that it was a symptom of stress. So I took some anti-inflammatories, and that seemed to, I think it seemed to help, because the other eye didn't get as bad as the first one. So I didn't really feel up to doing videos with my eyes looking like that. So then I went away for a few days. Just me and the dog. Just really needed to get away. Just a cheap and cheerful caravan near the East Coast, and that was really nice. And I did do a few videos while I was away, but I couldn't post any because the Wi-Fi wasn't that great. So my intention was to post the videos as soon as I got back. But then when I got back, I got back on the Friday, I went to see my mum on the Saturday, and discovered that she'd not, discovered that the new GP had stopped 2 of her medications for some reason, but also found out that one of them, the main medications that she should have been on, one of the blood thinners, the blood thinner that she was on, hadn't been restarted when she was discharged from hospital, like the month before, and because she's got atrial fibrillation, so she's at like high risk of stroke. So that just sent my stress levels straight like up here. And because we tried to sort it out, but it was Saturday, and NHS for my mum couldn't access my mum's GP notes, so we had to wait till Monday. So I was really, really stressed again, and just really frustrated, and just feel like I'm constantly having to try and chase people up and save and just be on people's backs and be ultra vigilant as to what people are doing, because otherwise she'd end up I'm sure she would end up dead. It's like they're trying to kill her, just through sheer incompetence. So like I said, we were going to sort it out Monday, but then because my stress levels just finished, I was woken up at 2:00 Sunday morning with a really, really bad nosebleed. Like it was like just a tap, like somebody turned a tap on, and it was just running and running. I was even struggling to stop the flow with putting pressure on the tissue. There's blood everywhere. I did eventually stop it, but it took me 2 hours to stop it. So I should have gone to A&E really, but it was 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So I managed to stop it myself, but then it started again. It's exactly the same thing, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was that close to going to A&E, but then it did stop. So I thought, well, I'll wait. If it happens again, I'll definitely go to A&E, but touch wood, it's not happened again. But so then Monday morning, like I say, we were going to sort it out with the blood thinner out. I got a phone call from the care home to say my mum had had a stroke. So you can imagine how upset, angry, fed up. I'm just totally, I'm lost for words really as to how people's lack of accountability and sheer just incompetence. And it's like people just, I understand that people are really busy, but I mean, that's just basic medical knowledge. Like, she was taken off the blood thinner tablets when she went into hospital with the sepsis because she was refusing a medication. So they put her on the injection instead to make sure that she got it so that she wouldn't have a blood clot. So when she was discharged, they should have, because she didn't go home with the injections, she should have she should have been put back on the tablets, and she wasn't. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. So, so I spent last week, the majority of last week, then at the hospital with my mum again. Luckily, she's not too badly affected, but she's regained, it was all the left side, so she's regained a lot of movement. Her face, she's got a little bit of a deficit. It's not noticeable, but if she drinks, she's got to like take sips, otherwise she misses her mouth. And her hand, I mean, she's got more movement in her hand and the strength is really good, but it's just a hand-eye coordination that's really bad. So she's struggling to use a knife and fork. You know, these are just basic things, and it's just another piece of her independence that's been taken away, and that's totally unnecessary. Totally could have been avoided. It's just appalling. It really, really is. So we'll just have to see how she goes over the next few weeks and see if she regains any of those skills. And her understanding is a little bit affected. Naming words, she says that she sees colours differently to how she used to do. It's just awful. It's really, really awful, and it just makes me so angry. So, like I say, I had the nosebleed Sunday early hours, Sunday morning. So I thought I'd better get my blood pressure checked, because I really thought it's probably due to all the stress I've been under and continue to be under. But even I wasn't prepared for how high it was. So it was like quite high. So I ordered one off Amazon, you see, and then it said NHS recommended, and it was like 164 over 105, and I was like, no, that can't be right. So I checked it again. It's still high, but a different number. And then I checked it again, and it was a different number, but still high. So I asked them to check it on the ward, and it was 174 over 101 when they checked it. So I'm guessing that mine's right. So then I went to see my GP. So he's ordered some blood tests and an ECG, and then I might need to go on some medication to lower my blood pressure. Even if it's just temporary. But I'm trying at the moment to do some regular meditation because that does seem to bring it down. And I think I've just been in fight or flight mode for so long now that I've forgotten what it feels like to be relaxed, because really I've been mega stressed since last March. His teacher who I'd reported for, so where I used to work, a teacher I'd reported her for inappropriate behaviour with students, and then the school somehow, she then turned that around on me and tried to get rid of me, basically. I'm not going to go into all the details of that, but that's basically what happened. But on the same day that I got called into HR about that was when my mum first started going downhill with mobility and couldn't get out of bed. So I was like having to go sometimes in the middle of the night that week. I mean, having to get all the therapists and everybody involved, and then the doctors involved, and so that was the beginning of all of this downward trajectory with my mum. And then since then, it's just, I've had periods where it's been relatively stress-free, but it's always there underlying. And then she's like fallen 3 times since then. And then in September was when they discovered that she got the atrial fibrillation and she got high blood pressure. And started on those tablets. And then in just before Christmas, like literally Christmas week, I think it was the Sunday before Christmas, she fell. And they admitted her because she was in a lot of pain. I think she banged her head as well. So, she didn't break a hip or anything, but she's not walked since. So we had to decided that care home would be better for her, because, well, I thought it would be better for her. Because if she went back to her bungalow, then she wouldn't be able to get out anyway, and then she'd have to wait for the carers to come. She wouldn't be able to do what she wanted. She'd be even more restricted and more isolated than she was before. So we decided on the care home, but I really didn't think it'd be like this. I really, really didn't think it'd be like this. It's really, really bad. There just seems to be like a general disrespect, and lack of value for human life, particularly in the elderly. It's really, really bad. And even now, she's like being discharged. The hospital asked for her bloods doing that week. So as in by the end of this week, as in by today. And I don't think they've been done, even though I've spoken to the surgery myself and I've sent them an email. The therapists haven't been out yet, but they've said within a week. So, I mean, that could be tomorrow or Tuesday. And I'm just like scared, constantly living in fight or flight, scared because I'm worried what's going to happen next. So she can't really come to my house because of the access, and it's too small. And they could get a bed in my living room, but then that would be it. She wouldn't be able to go out. I don't know. We'll see how we go over the next few weeks, and then if things don't improve. I mean, I found out from one of the seniors where she is now that every single time they phone for a 999 for an ambulance for a resident, they get told that it might be up to 2 hours. So that's every single time. Now that's when I phoned 999 in the last care home for my mum. That's what I was told as well, which that worries me, because it's almost like that's a standard thing that they've been told to say. And this is what I mean about, it's almost like, feels like they're rationing care. And the elderly in a care home, particularly, I think if they're in their own home, then they get treated the same as everybody else. But they're in a care home, they just don't seem to get the treatment, or they seem to be rationing care. And it's really, really concerning. Really concerning. So that's why I've not been posting videos. And I am, like I said, really, really stressed, but life goes on, so we have to just get up, don't we, and carry on, and just deal with whatever comes along as it comes along, and try not to worry too much about what might happen. So I am going to carry on, and I'm doing my best. That's all we can do, isn't it? That's all any of us can do, is our best. So yeah, the holiday videos, I'm not sure when I'm gonna. That might be next weekend, or later on this week. I don't know, but I've got to start sorting my mum's bungalow. I have to give notice on my mum's bungalow, because she's been made permanent now in this care home. Although we can change our mind. It's not like she's got to stay there forever. But yeah, so I've got to give notice on her bungalow, otherwise she'll be paying double for everything for her. So and I don't think she ever threw anything away, basically. So I've got to sort through all her stuff. So that should be fun. So that's going to take up a lot of time. So that's going to probably take up the whole of July. So it's kind of a blessing, really, that I'm not working at the moment. Otherwise, I don't know where I'd find the time. I'd be off sick, wouldn't I? I wouldn't be able to go into work, how things are at the moment. So just too stressed. So anyway, so I just thought I'd just do a shortish video on why I've not posted anything, and I hope that you understand, and I hopefully will be able to start posting regular videos again in a couple of days. So anyway, I hope you've had a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I shall see you again soon.